Hey everybody, it's the media junkie from the culture of pop. How y'all doing? Hey everybody, it's the media junkie from the culture of pop. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing amazing, fantastic, and absolutely wonderful. Finally, I'm doing pretty good, by the way. But finally, I have come to the decision to finally get up off my ass and do my Letterboxd reviews. I'm like 5 months late. I'm so sorry. I just kind of lost track of them. I got into making all the shorts. This is a passion project for me, this whole entire channel, so I just do it for fun. I love doing it, and I love sharing my stuff, so sometimes I like to do it, sometimes I don't, sometimes I'm, not in the mood, sometimes, it just goes like that, so, and that's how it should be fun. And so yeah, I am back at Letterboxd reviews now. What I'm going to do is give you a little 3-pack. I'm going to give you June, July, August, so give you my summer. I'm going to do my summer all at once right now, right here. We're going to run through it real fast, but we're going to see. Because half of these movies I don't have that great of a memory. This is like, June. And then we'll do September. I hope to do that this weekend. We'll do September and we'll do October. And then I'll be all caught up. So let's get to it right now. Let's check it out for the months of June, July, and August. These are the summer months. And this was my big summer viewing thing, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, Letterboxd, guys, do you love it? If you do, say amen in the chat. And give a big shout out to Letterboxd. Tell me what your Letterboxd name is, so I can go check your Letterboxd out. And you can check my Letterboxd out. And we'll all be cool. And we'll all be awesome. Put it in the comment section. Anyhow, here we go, guys. Let's start it out. You do see at the top, Pee-wee as himself was not actually in June, even though it was in June. And I did talk about that on my May Letterboxd. So let's get to what was really seen and heard. The Prestige on the 7th of June. One of my favorites. Probably seen it at least 5 times, if not more. Love magic. Talk about magic all the time on here. Talked several times about how much I was inspired by magic when I was a kid, by my grandpa for like theater type stuff and wanting to do this kind of stuff. I don't know. It just turned me into that kind of wanting to be, seen. I don't know. Anyway, so I love this movie, and it is probably the greatest one out of all not all the magic movies, but the 2 that came out during that time period that kind of cross paths. What was it, The Prestige and The Illusionist, or was it just The Illusionist? Anyway, that was a good movie too, but I think this one's the better of the 2. The Prestige is fantastic. One of Hugh Jackman's first really, really good roles after, being Wolverine and everything, and really trying out that drama card. So I do love it. I love Prestige. I gave it 4.5 stars because I said I do love it. Next one was The Monkey on the 9th. I really wanted to see this, of course, because of, because of Osgood Perkins. Who didn't want to see this? And this was funny. It was great. It was a great movie, a great horror movie. Way more humor than I thought it was going to have. Really dark humor, some of it. But I just thought it was amazing. I thought it was absolutely incredible. And I urge everyone to see it if you haven't seen that one in the Osgood Perkins catalog. And I gave that 4 stars. Then we come to Novocaine, which I was really excited to see because, of course, our boy was in it. I can't think of his name right now, of course. I'm not prepared, going in blind to this, too. But I did like it, but I gave it 3 stars because I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I was kind of hyped up for it. I thought we were going to be all over the place with it, and we were going to be like, just really jacked up. I kind of thought it was going to be like a... what was the one? I guess I understood the part that he had pain, but then I didn't understand. I thought maybe he had superpowers, but he doesn't really have superpowers. He just can't feel any pain. So it just makes a lot of just him getting the shit kicked out of him and not really. So it's not like, it seemed like it was going to be like that new one coming out, Nobody, or what was the one with, the same one with, I can't think of anything because I'm trying to go fast with this because I want to get in a certain time period. You know what I'm talking about, like the John Wick ripoffs, but not ripoffs. The one with Better Call Saul guy. I can't think of anybody's names right now. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, I thought it was going to be a little more like that, like him fighting back. And he does fight back, but it just wasn't, I guess, what I thought it would be. But I did like it. Quaid, Jack Quaid, is that his name? Yeah, I think so. He's, is the son of Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid. Yeah. Anyhow, okay, so little nepo there. Oh, I guess I can click down here. Hey, I learned something new. So the next one on the list was Death of a Unicorn. I watched it on the 12th of June. That was my daughter's pick, but we all kind of wanted to see it. Was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be one thing. It turned out to be different, but I still liked it. I know a lot of people gave it crap. I did give it 3.5 stars. That's a pretty good rating for me. And yeah, I did like it. I would go back and definitely watch it again. I'm not going to give a lot of out about it because you need to see it for yourself. It's kind of a different kind of movie. It's kind of comedy, but at the same time, it's drama. And Will Poulter's hilarious in this. He's so good. So yeah, check out Death of a Unicorn, guys. I think you really like it. The next one on the list is the 15th of June. We're racing through these. The Surfer. Nicolas Cage. Beautiful. Tricked the shit out of me. I thought this was going to be a horrible B-movie piece of crap that Nick Cage just did for the money. It ends up being totally twisted, totally maniacal, and just a great Nick Cage role. And it has a huge twist in it that is so great, and that it makes it into a higher like latitude. This will definitely be a cult classic in a couple of years. I guarantee it. Go into it completely blind. Don't let anybody tell you about it. The Surfer with Nicolas Cage. I gave it 3 stars. After thinking on it, I would probably give it 4 now. So I should probably change that. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But yeah, it was great. It was amazing. It was very, very good. The next one up is Snow White. This, of course, was my daughter's pick for when we watched movies. And as you can see, I gave it 1.5 stars. And I mean, probably the whole reason is right there on the screen. That'd be it. Yeah, I didn't go into it liking it. I wasn't a Snow White fan to begin with. I told people thousands of times I don't like Disney movies as far as the animated ones. I did kind of grow up in them because my uncle owned a theater and I got to see like Dumbo and stuff, like on Sundays late night for free. And I can remember seeing Bambi, which I hated because of the killing of the mom. But yeah, I mean, as far as when I was a kid, great, but I never go back and watch them now, and this is a big turd. And we already all knew that. There are obvious reasons why. Not just Renee Zellweger, Renee Ziegler, whatever her name is. Not just her, but I mean, just everything, the bad attention it got and everything. It just, we all knew, and when you smell a turd coming from the kitchen, you know it's going to be a turd when it comes to your plate. But yeah, I just, yeah. I'm good. Okay, next one up was the 20th of June. The Fall Guy. I love this movie. This is a big, dumb action movie and comedy, romantic. Great. It's one of the best doing that in probably years. Tons of romantic comedies come out every year trying to appeal to a certain audience, and I don't think they always accomplish that, and this accomplished everything. It made it cool for guys, for girls. It just had action in it. It had comedy in it. It was everything, and it was just one of those big action blockbuster set pieces that I just love when it's done right, and this is done right. 4.5 out of 5 stars, guys. Yeah, that's my big one for then, and that was my night. That was my pick for that night. And my daughter ended up really liking it. She usually doesn't like action movies. Next up was my son. No. This was that night. That night I watched Trainwreck, The Mayor of Mayhem. You got to see this. It's on Netflix. It's absolutely hysterical. This guy was crazy. Ron, oh God, I can't remember his name now. But he was like Chris Farley, the politician. I think we all lived through this time. We do remember him. If you didn't remember him, you're a younger kid, like you're actually watching this channel. But if you're a younger kid, check it out. This guy was totally insane. He was just the mayor, and he was just out of control. I gave it 4 out of 5 because I liked it so much. It was so degenerative. Okay, and the next one is, I guess I watched a couple of train wrecks. I gave this one 5 stars. The Astroworld tragedy, I thought it was horrible. I thought it was miserable when it happened. A lot of people got really hurt, really bad, and a lot of people lost their lives. Yeah, and it's something you don't think about when you go to a concert, because I've been to tons of concerts myself, but it happened, and it was sad. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because I just thought it was really well done and really documented and really let me understand exactly what did happen. Next one is The Vanishing. Now, this was my son's pick for the Friday night of his movie night. This is the original Vanishing, not the, the dude one. Why can I never think of the dude's name? This is the original one, which is German, Belgian, something. I don't know. Somebody who's better than me can correct me. I can't remember. Dutch, maybe. I don't remember what was married. It's very good. It has a very somber ending compared to the Americanized version, which was Kiefer Sutherland and Jeff Bridges. So I was trying to think of earlier. This one has a very somber view. My son picks some very, very intelligent movies that I never think about watching, and I love that. I love that out of him because he's at that age. He's like just going to turn 21, and he's already got all this knowledge about these really important, great movies and critical masterpieces. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, so that was that. I gave it for 3.5 out of 5. I would say it's better because of the more dramatic ending. It's probably better than the American version, but it's probably also about equal because this, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just got that place in my heart, I guess. 3.5 out of 5. That's going to have to do it. Next one up was Cold Case, the Tylenol Murders. I don't remember shit about this. Actually, I do. I lived through this. I put very interesting, 5 out of 5. I do remember this. This was on, 21st of June? So we're getting a little bit closer to June, end of June here. So we got Cold Case, the Tylenol Murders, which was basically about the Tylenol murders that happened in the late 80s, which scared the crap out of a lot of us as kids. We had a lot to look at when we opened our papers that morning, and, Mom and Dad were like, oh, well, this is going, because that's how we didn't get on the internet. And then we only had news at like 6 o'clock and 11 o'clock, and that was it. So we didn't have that. It's hard for people to understand how they have lived without that, that unconditional of something always being there, information being there at your fingertips when there wasn't any like this. This was very terrifying. Anyway, 5 out of 5. I gave it because it told the story well, all that, blah, blah, blah. Friendship, I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. I am a huge Tim Robinson fan. I've been watching I Think You Should Leave since it's probably the second seasons when I started. So I watched Detroiters once in a while. I just didn't care for the atmosphere of it. And I think that's what's wrong with this one. I didn't understand it. I could say maybe it went over my head. Maybe I was just too dumb. I just didn't get the Tim Robinson experience. Now I'm watching The Chair Company now, which I love. I think The Chair Company is like what this was supposed to be, and it's there, and I'm loving The Chair Company. And The Chair Company is very diverse and very different. It's I would say Tim Robinson style comedy is neurodivergent. I don't know. That's just a style. I don't mean he is. I just mean that's just the style. It's just very, So if you know Tim Robinson, you guys tell me, get in the comment section. Did you like this? I guess it just went over my head, or I was just too stupid to get it, because I'm loving The Chair Company. So anyway, so that was 2.5 out of 5, yeah. And the next one up was Fear Street Prom Queen. Watched this on my own. So good. I really did like it. It was good to have a nice little Halloween trappings in the middle of June, and I did like that. That was on the 24th of June when we watched that. I'm not going to say much more about it. Like I said, I'm trying to get through these. I want to make sure that the viewer, you, has comparable statistics of what I liked and what I didn't like. So I'm just kind of going through some of them real quick, okay? So that's what we're doing with this one. I did say so good, though, so I sure as hell must have liked it. Next one was Train Cake. This is when the whole train wreck thing was coming out in the summer. This was the Poop Cruise. Nothing more to say about this. A 3 out of 5. The only reason I gave it 3 out of 5 because it was so disgusting. But, I mean... You spend a lot of money and sometimes shit happens, and yeah, that just kind of cured that one. 3 out of 5 for such a crappy subject. All right, next up this is on June 27th, A History of Violence. This was my pick for the kids, I do believe. They really liked it. I didn't think they would wouldn't get it, but it takes a lot to watch. It starts very slow, and it turns into something that I think is very awesome. There's a huge twist in the middle of it, and I love movies with twists like a lot of us do, and this is one of my favorites. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Obviously not favorite enough, Brett. Well, you're a media junkie. What's going on with that? But yeah, so anyway, next one, Gimme Danger. I've always wanted to watch this one. It's about the Stooges, and I'm a big fan of the Stooges. I've loved Iggy Pop for a long time, ever since I learned about punk and everything back in my teen years. And yeah, it's great. I mean, there's not much more to say about it. It's a famous movie. It's great. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't, get to a theater. Get to a streaming platform and see it. Gimme Danger, all about the Stooges. Great little documentary. All right, next one up is Swallow. This was my son's pick. As I said before, he tends to pick the weird, out of ordinary stuff. I did give it 3 out of 5. It's about the girl who swallows all kinds of stuff. There's not much I can say about it because it's a psychological film. Obviously, sorry, I had something on my tongue there. It's a psychological film that has a little kind of twists and turns and does weird stuff to the mind. Yeah, it's pretty brutal with the swallowing of stuff over and over. And if you're queasy, I don't know if I'd watch it. But I gave it 3 out of 5, so it was worth it for me, I guess. The Accountant 2, I was waiting for this. Just what I expected. 5 out of 5. I love this storyline. I love this franchise because of the fact of the autism or being on the spectrum, I guess I should say, because I'm on the spectrum. And the first one really understood what it's like to be on the spectrum. And I thought it was so great, so I got attached to it. For years, I didn't even watch it. And then when I got my diagnosis a couple of years ago, I was like, wow, okay, I get it now, and it just reminded me a lot of, especially the way he grew up. Now, this one was more of an action-packed thing. It still did have the being on the spectrum type stuff to it, but it was more action-packed and more brotherly love and, working hard for each other and kicking some ass. But I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I think these franchises great. I kind of hope they make another, but I don't know if they will. Next up was Cheech and Chong's last movie. Watched that on my own. July. We are into July already. Whoa, we're going fast. I didn't even know. Cheech and Chong's last movie. Love this. It was great. I've seen these guys in concert years ago, probably about 20 years ago. I saw them in concert in Columbus, Ohio, and it was fantastic. It was awesome to see them back together again because this is at the time they had been apart for a while, and they were out doing their own separate things, and then they came back for this tour, and now they're finally buds. True to the word, and they were really funny. They were really great. It was just amazing to be in the presence of legends for the little short period of time that I was. I gave it 5 out of 5 because I love these guys, and this was great. It showed everything. It showed about the first movies. It showed about the comedy tapes, or records, I should say, that me and my friends actually. I used to have Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hit on vinyl, and every time I got drunk, we got to listen to this. We got to listen to this. So yeah, I loved it. Loved it. Okay, next one up was Ballerina. Wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but still 5 out of 5 stars. Was a great John Wick follow-up, side piece, side quest, whatever you want to call it. It was great. De Armas did amazing. Anna De Armas, is that her name? She did an amazing job. The John Wick, I didn't imagine John Wick being in it for that long, but he actually is near the end and a little bit at the beginning. So that was pretty cool. It was a surprise I didn't expect. And it was a great action movie. I mean, what are you going to say? It's from the John Wick franchise. I even liked the one about the hotel that was the series. That was good too. So these guys know what they're doing. 5 out of 5 stars. Ballerina, awesome. Totally awesome. All right, then the next night was, I remember my daughter was at a concert. So we usually pick movies that my daughter wouldn't watch or wouldn't be interested in on my night and my son's night. And he picked The Revenant. And love The Revenant. Great movie. Amazing. That was July 4th. That was July 4th, actually. I don't even know if we actually did that on July 4th. We don't do a lot on July 4th. But so anyway, Revenant, loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. So this was a good week, man. I was really feeling it because I was getting a lot of 5s out. But Revenant, I would have given a 5 out years ago. And I probably did. It's probably, does it say I already watched it somewhere? I don't know where it says that at. But yeah, love this. There's nothing more to say about this. Everybody knows it's a classic. What am I going to say that hasn't and nobody else has said? Okay, this is a movie that I reviewed or reacted to the trailer. And I wanted to see it really because it was about Bigfoot and it was about the found footage, the making of the Patterson Project. That was the whole Bigfoot, which really blew Bigfoot out of the water, that original footage of Bigfoot that has since been discredited. But for years, people, the one in the woods there, and you see him stride across. And this was great. It was funny. It was hilarious. It had a great attitude to it about the whole Bigfoot thing, about this whole Patterson Gimlin thing. They don't talk about Gimlin at all, really, but it was amazing. It's great. Just watch it. I'm serious. It's a great cult film. It's a great little comedy, and it tells you a lot about, what goes on in the back screens of independent filmmaking and stuff like that. I thought it was really fun. I did. Okay, so next one up is Tim Travers and the Time Traveler's Paradox. Piece of shit. No, I give it 3 out of 5. I think the reason I gave it that was because it had a pretty decent story, but it just didn't hold up enough. It had decent effects, but yeah, it was... See, 3 for me is... It's not a horrible rating, but it's like... that's why 3 is for me. 2 for me is like, and 1 for me is like, oh God. So 3 for me is like, or and then when you get to 4 and 5, I'm like, oh yeah. All right, so that's that's I'll give you my stupid way of looking at things and scorings. Tim Travers and Time Travel, take your chance on it, guys. I'm not even gonna say anything more about it. Shark Corner, love this movie. Came out of nowhere. See, I gave it that extra 3.5. Now it's getting to, So Shark Corner, love this. Check it out if you can. It's so good. I watched this on July 5th. It's about a guy and his wife who move into a new house, and it's around this. It's by this shark corner, and somebody almost has an accident and dies. I think does somebody die the first time? I don't know. I'm not going to give you too much. But then this guy gets obsessed with making somebody else so he can be a savior or whatever, and then it just gets to him. It's so awesome. It's so cool the way it's done. It's a very sharp corners. It's a very well written movie with a lot of wit and a lot of stuff that you probably would never think about. Next one up is Mickey 17. 3 out of 5 because I like the director, because I liked Robert Pattinson's performance. I thought it was a good idea, but it's another one of those where it's like, eh. And like I said, but it's too long. It's way too long. Some more should have been cut from it. And there probably I guess maybe more work should have been done on it before it got out in the open. But I saw what they were trying to do, and I thought it was awesome. They just didn't accomplish it, but they did enough that I liked it. 3, I guess. That's, Anyway, next one up, guys, is, oops, I thought I hit it. Next one up is Locked. I really like this one with Bill Skarsgård. And yes, I do know who he is. And yes, I do know who he's related to. Anyway, 3.5 stars out of 4. This is where we're starting to get to that point. And I really did like this. I didn't think a lot of people liked it. Probably didn't know what to expect. It all does take place in this car. Almost the entire movie. I think the entire movie takes place in this one space. And if you learned anything from watching me, you know that I love one space movies. I don't know what they're called, where everything happens in one space. I think that's really cool. And this is really awesome the way it's done with Anthony Hopkins as the voice, or the robot voice, or whatever voice is talking to him, and then Bill Skarsgård in the car. And it's just, it's amazing. It's really good. I hope you guys check it out because it is good. And support Bill Skarsgård, man. He's just he's out there working his tail off. All right, so that was 3.5. I was not going to watch this. Then I heard it was halfway decent, so I said, I'll watch it. Ended up loving it. 4.5 out of 5 stars. One of the best video game adaptations I've seen in years. I love the game. I played the game when I first started this channel. I was probably playing it. And yeah, it was amazing. It's good. If you like small little horror films, this isn't any big budget thing, really. It's just kind of like a neat little horror film that I thought was really good. And a lot of other people did too. So I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. You guys check it out if you want to. And yeah, we can get into it in the comments section. All right, the next one is Drop. That's 7th of July. God, this is going to be so long. All right, so Drop, 7th out. 7th July. I really did like Drop. I did. A lot of people didn't. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, which was getting in that area of, yeah. It was surprising. I didn't think they could keep the gimmick going for so long in this, this another one room thing. It's taking place in one central location, which is this restaurant. And I didn't think they could keep it going for the whole thing. They did. It was surprising. It was fun. It's not scary. It's more like a thriller. And I love these kind of thrillers. And I was really impressed with it. So if you like thrillers and fun mysteries and like just something that's going to entertain you for an afternoon, check out Drop, because I thought it was really good. All right, this one, I've always wanted to see this. It wasn't what I thought it was. I mean, it's funny. Of course, Peter Falk is amazing in it, and it's funny. I gave it 3 out of 5, which, like I said, I mean, that's like for me. And so I did kind of like it. There's another one I want to see, even more, that's a British one that's like a version of this or something like this, similar to this, and I can't think of what it's called right now, but I do want to watch it. It's like, what is it? It's when they all get together. Murder by Death. I don't think it's British, but anyway, Murder by Death is like a movie like this, and I want to see that too. But this wasn't too bad. I keep wanting to say Jamie Foxx. Peter Falk is hilarious, though, in it, as he always is. So yeah, that was good about it. Next one up was Con in the Cornfield. I found a whole bunch of people raving about this thing. It was all right. The scariness of it was good with the clowns. The tricks and little things they did were neat. But it just was no story. It was just Clown in a Cornfield. I guess when you go to that, that's what you're going to get. But I still give it 3 out of 5. I'm a lot like Chris Stuckman. I don't like negatively being mean about movies a lot because they spend a lot of time on them unless they're really, really crap. So that's when you see the 1.5 stars or 1 star. But yeah, Clown in the Cornfield, it is pretty much what it says it is, guys. I'm not going to lie about it. And then, of course, Bailey, my daughter, picked this one. And Sinners. I really, really like this. I didn't know. I knew it was a. Sorry if I'm spoiling anything. I knew it was a vampire movie, but I wasn't really sure. She kind of like for the first like 45 minutes to an hour, you don't think it is really. You don't. But I knew I was going into that, so I couldn't wait for that exposure scene where I was going to see, oh, this is vampires now, and it takes a while, but the while it takes is led up to by a good story, good plot line, great acting, an amazing cast with just a beautiful background setting. Everything in this town looks amazing. Yeah, and I really liked it. I give it 5 out of 5, of course, because yeah, it is good. It is most definitely good. I love Sinners. All right, next one up is Speak No Evil. This is the one that I picked to show to the kids because I like this. I think this movie is horrifying because I get scared because it's something that I would do. I would be the guy to keep saying, oh no, it's no big deal. I'll do this. Or if I had a host, I am one of those people that would feel bad. And I would have to keep saying yes to everything. And you find out when you say yes to everything, sometimes it don't work out. And that's what I love about this movie. McAvoy is awesome in it. He's incredible. Very disturbing presence. And yeah, it's great, guys. Check it out. 4 out of 5 stars for me. Speak No Evil. Like I said, check it out because it's really good. Another one of my son's picks, After Hours. Like I said, he picks, kind of not strange movies, but just picks that I just wouldn't think of. And I think that's awesome. I gave it 3 out of 5. I've seen it before. It is a good movie. It's is this the Martin Scorsese one or not? I can't remember. Let's see if I click on this. Yes, this is the Martin Scorsese one because there's another one with Jeff Goldblum I always get mixed up with called Nightlife or something like that, I think. Anyway, this is a really good movie. It's not of my time. I was probably a teen when it came out, and I remember seeing it once, and I didn't really understand it. And now I understand it better. But Griffin Dunn's really good. He doesn't get that's who that is, right? Griffin Dunn. Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of he doesn't get a lot of attention, and I think that's wrong because he was a great comedian in the '80s and did some wonderful work, including Who's That Girl with Madonna. Yeah, I like that movie. What you gonna do about it? Anyway, After Hours, guys. This is a good one. 3 out of 5. Then it was my time to shine with Trainwreck, The Cult of American Apparel. I didn't really want to watch this, but my daughter said, you need to watch it. It's pretty good. I gave it 3 out of 5. It's all right. There's not much to say about it other than that, so let's keep on going. Trainwreck, The Real Project X. I had already seen a documentary about this, plus seen the actual Project X movie, and this was an all right story. These train wrecks, unless they're about something amazing or tragic that really humbles you and makes you feel, they're not much. I mean, but I give it 3 out of 5. Like I said, that's another one. Please Don't Destroy Live. Awesome. Great job, guys. So sad to hear that they left or they kind of got kicked off of Saturday Night Live. I'm really depressed about that, but there's not a lot you can do about it. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see them anymore, I guess. I kind of hope we get other results from that, but I don't know. We'll see. But this Please Don't Destroy Alive, I thought it was really good. I didn't know what it was. It's basically like them doing sketches on stage with like no props or anything and just kind of being really funny. And I thought it was really good. I give it 4 out of 5. It wasn't 5 out of 5. It was funny. It was hilarious. Not as funny as the movie. Not as funny as probably most of the sketches that they do on, or most of the videos that they do on Saturday Night Live. But this is funny and it's worth a watch, especially if you like Please Don't Destroy. So check that out. I think you'll like it. Next one was Opus. Weird. My daughter liked it, but my daughter recommended it, or it was her watch night. Oh my God. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a very strange movie. I thought it was very off kilter. It was out there. I'm trying to remember who the John Malkovich. John Malkovich this was his role, man. He played it, that's for sure. I know a lot of people thought it was crap. I did like it. I thought it was pretty good. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is a ow for me, I guess. A little metal scream, ow! I don't know what that was. But so Opus, it's pretty good. If you like weird A24 stuff, then you're going to like this. This is one that I showed to the kids on my movie night. I gave it a 5 out of 5. There's not much to say about it. It's king of comedy. It's one of the best comedy drama movies ever made. Jerry Lewis is absolutely incredible. Everybody plays their part so well. I think they're amazing. I think this is one of my favorite movies of all time from that decade. And yeah, it's just really good. This was my daughter's pick or my son's pick. I'm not sure. A Man Called Otto which I had watched with my mom because my mom had just lost my dad, and it's kind of a movie about a person losing their significant other, and this is a really great movie. Tom Hanks is wonderful in it as usual, does an amazing job, and I think he's good to go in this. I don't think there's much that needs to be said about it. You're either going to watch it or you're not going to watch it. It's got Tom Hanks in it. That's all you pretty much need. We always know he's a good actor, and I liked it. Man Called Otto, I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then the next one, The Baby. All right, so this was recommended to me on, oh God, this movie is so out there, guys. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, but oh, is this the one? Is this the one? All right, yeah. So this movie is like out there. This guy is a baby, but he's grown, but he acts like a baby. And it's really weird. And he has these, is it 3 women? There's a mom, and then there's like, I think 2 sisters that take care of him. It's been so long since I've seen this. I forgot to even watch this, guys. This movie's problematic in every way possible. Not for me, but for a lot of other people. This is a movie that would be great to watch with a lot of weed, some LSD, some ayahuasca, whatever you got to get through it. Not that I'm condoning any of that. I'm just saying, this, guys, check. I think it's on YouTube is where I found it. Just look it up, guys. The Baby. It's so demented and so weird. I don't even want to ruin it, guys. I don't. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, I forgot I watched that one. Yeah, so The Baby, what did I give it? 4 out of 5? I thought it was demented enough to give it that look, or that score. Then I was on a Tubi run, watched The Changeling. Don't even remember much about it. I know George C. Scott's in it. Is that right? Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't as great as everybody said it was. I heard a lot of people talking about this and saying it's so awesome. It's just cheesy. But it's a really great horror film from this decade or this period of time. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a go. And yeah, it just wasn't for me. I gave it 3 out of 5 because I like the feel of it. I like the way that it was presented. I love George C. Scott. I think it always seems like his acting is just an alcoholic that's really mad. Oh, God damn it. It's amazing to me. Anyway, I think he's great. But that's probably why I give it the 3. Sometimes I'll just give, extra stars because the people in it I like. Doing marvelous today. I'm doing splentastic.